Okay, we're going to take a look at race 1 from Dubbo on Wednesday, which is from a meeting that was postponed on Monday due to inclement weather. Race 1 on the card goes at 11:15 a.m. It's a 1300 metre, 15k maiden. Minimum weight's 56 kilos, handicap conditions. Okay, it's a big field here, and overall it's a very strong maiden for the 15k tag on offer, and there are two major chances in this race at very good odds that we're going to concentrate on, and there's also a third one that can be backed at double figure odds as well. The two major seen chances that we're going to be backing on an each way basis initially as the two top rated contenders are number 9 Espresso Martini and number 11 My Dinky Bride. As we said, this is a very strong race for the class, especially at Dubbo, and these two have good hidden form references that suggest they will prove the testing material here at big odds. If we go and have a look at the market, we can see Espresso Martini can be backed at 18 to 1. This is from the Monday markets. They haven't reframed them yet for the Wednesday reschedulation of the meeting. So the 9 Espresso Martini can be backed at $18 a win, while My Dinky Bride can be backed at $31. The third horse that we mentioned, which is third top rated, that we're also going to nibble at in the win market only, is the 12 Handful of Aces, which is available at the 13 or the 14.0 mark. Now we'll just go and have a look at the form associated to the major top couple of chances and why we want to be on them. We'll have a look at Espresso Martini, the 9 first. Now, this is a deceivingly well-bred horse by Sharkbite out of a Salieri mare. First up from a spell this preparation, he came from off the pace, 8th at the 800, 8th at the 400, and flashed home behind Bella LaBelle and Nothing Like Cash to only be beaten a length. That was a good effort. That sort of franked this trial win back here at Cranbourne before he shipped north at the start of this preparation, where he knocked off Tough Bicky and Befitting over 1,000 metres. We'll just take a quick look at that trial result because that gives us a good lead to how much improvement this 4-year-old gelding has coming into this race after that third at Dubbo over the same trip of 1,300 metres, also notably on soft going. But anyway, back to this trial win. There's Espresso Martini's full form, and we'll just pull up that trial. This is a trial that he won. We beat Tough Bicky half a length, 3 lengths back to third, 3.8 to fourth, 5.3 to fifth. If you have a look at those finishing back through, Tough Bicky finishing second out of that trial has midweek city form at Sandown, 4th behind Goldfields and He's Our Roki, and we know how that form stood up since. Also a 4th at Flemington in the St Ledger. Go to Befitting, was beaten 3 lengths. Nothing really major to come out of the form. The 4th horse, Pat Cash, ran second to Return to Justice in a 20k race. 5th at Werribee in a 20k race. So the form stands up pretty strongly to suggest this one's got a fair bit of improvement in it coming into this race and will prove very hard to hold out on a big each way basis. The next best, or equal top rated, sorry, that we like here is the 11, My Dinky Bride. Also deceivingly well bred by Ad Valorem out of the Barathea mare. A mile best son of Danzig and Ad Valorem, and Barathea being a son of Saddle as well. Should expect this sort of trip that's a little bit longer than the shorter trips of 11 and 1200 it's tried so far to suit. The reason we like this horse, if you go back to its second here in a Dubbo trial, its first appearance, where it was only beaten 0.8 of a length, the form out of that really does stand up well. Just take a quick look at it here. Here it is. It's only beaten 0.8 of a length. Once again, good guts back to third, fourth, and fifth. There's a winner by Hinchinbrook, always a good sign. Since come out and won at Canberra, where he made all. Kicked back after being headed second at the 400. That was also a 15k tag race. Lala Brook, the horse that finished third in the trial, beaten 2.1. Being by Reddy's Image out of, it looks like a Dan Zero mare, Perfect Zero. You'd expect it to be a little bit above this class naturally. And another 1.3 lengths on top for My Dinky Bride reads well. Yeah, it is out of a Dan Zero mare too. Yeah, perfect zero, obviously. Real speed pedigree. And the fourth horse home in that trial, beaten 3.3, is by another pretty hot 2-year-old sire at the moment in Pluck. So there's a very strong suggestion here that this trial is very, very, very strong. And this one, My Dinky Bride, now having its third career start, you'd have to think it's pretty well placed here to potentially improve significantly. That last start was in a 3-year-old maiden, which is generally a stronger quality maiden than your average maiden, so where it's all ages. But anyway, yeah, so that one looks very well placed here if it can recover to that sort of level. Tongue Tie goes on first time. Matthew Cale jumps back on as well, and he rode in that trial where it ran 0.8 of a length second, and he also did ride it on debut as well, so that's interesting that he jumps back on as well. So the top 2 raiders are, as we said, Espresso Martini at $18 to win. My Dinky Bride at $31. My Dinky Bride's definitely the much better value, and to be honestly truthful, on that trial second, you'd have to be leaning towards it a tiny little bit more. But in the place markets, Espresso Martini at $5, and My Dinky Bride can be backed at 7.7. So realistically, great each way value about both of them. We can back both of them each way for a result across the race, and also a nibble at handful of aces in the win market, which we have third top rated at $13, and that is going off. That second back there at Warren was very good. If we have a look back at that race, and also this fourth at Orange, fourth at 13 behind Mystical Tale, wasn't that bad. Yeah, so they're the top 3. The 9 Espresso Martini, backed each way for a result. 11 Dinky Bride, best result in the race, back each way at 31 and 7.7 for a result. And 12 Handful of Aces, just back that for the win. Has to overcome the wide gate, but if it does, rates a serious chance of rolling the top 2. And that's the preview of Dubbo Race 1 on Wednesday by hotbets365.com. Good luck and happy punting.